Hello, how are you, Holly? Thank you for always being here. I love you. We're going to be doing fire signs now, Aries, Leo, Sag. So if you have fire sign placements in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs, or if you're cross watching, welcome. We're going to go ahead and get started. This is a little different than the water sign reading earlier. And if you didn't catch that one, it's on my page, so go and see that. But usually my readings piggyback in some way. I can see how this one might piggyback with the water sign reading, but there's a lot of a lot of different stuff in here, so we're gonna get into it. Good, Holly. Awesome. Okay, so fire signs, bottom of the deck energy. You are unburdening yourself, leaving behind all that which burdens you, moving on to a new chapter, new phase, um, similar to all the other elements that we've read for this week. But that 10 of Wands is you moving on, okay? Moving forward, forward momentum. And that's going to be a theme here. Right behind that, we have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's like I've made my decision. Now I know where to focus my energy and I'm going for it. Sun card right behind that, happiest card in the deck. This is going to be a very fulfilling, very happy, and I'm getting like passion, creation energy. Also, passion energy as far as love life goes, for those of you who will resonate with that. We'll touch on that later. But we have Choose Joy, bottom of the deck, with the Game of Life cards. And this is Happy Family. So, everything that you're experiencing or you've been experiencing to date is it's like the groundbreaking for this new phase. So at times we have to shed the old energies. Hi, Anna. We have to release what no longer serves us, what no longer aligns with the path that we're currently walking. And everyone has been shedding energies lately, especially lately, but this entire year has been a year of release, which is, the year of the wood snake. Also, I think it's a number 9 year, isn't it? If I'm not confused and mistaken. Hello, Val. Um, so, what they're saying is think about things differently, okay? All of the trials and tribulations that you've faced this year, a lot of those are happening so that you can reconfigure situations, relationships, opportunities. It's just a breaking down of what is not working so that you can build back much better. Be aware of what you put listening ears and eyes to. This is that spiritual diet card talking about distancing yourself from people, places, and things that bring your energy down. This is also social media, clearing out that news feed, only investing your attention where you're going to get a positive return. Um, and behind that, we have this relationship was a lesson and divorce and breakup. Now, there are a lot of endings with relationships. This doesn't have to mean your romantic relationship. If your romantic relationship has been impacted, you've either come to the conclusion that you need to part ways, or this has given you the opportunity to reassess the relationship and heal parts of it that were no longer functioning properly. This does not always have to be a complete ending. In with regard to relationships, this is divorce breakup with that old pattern, and that old pattern was the lesson. Okay, so apply it how it works for you in your own experience. Not everything is going to mean death and destruction. Okay. They have bad intentions with mental health right next to the think about things differently card. So if you have had a situation or a relationship highlighted in your recent past, which I'm going to just culminate the entire year thus far, there are snakes in the grass. Were snakes in the grass. Okay. There are people who don't match your frequency, that are much lower frequency than you, that will kind of turn you into the enemy or turn you into their challenge, into their opponent, if you will. So this year it's all about authenticity, and those authentic ones rising to the surface, and those who are not authentically aligned to you are going to be falling away. Sometimes they scream and kick and fight on their way out, and sometimes it's just distance. We don't really mesh well anymore, and let's leave it at that. But with that mental health card showing up, those situations, whether they were intentionally having bad intentions for you, or just kind of one of those people that only thinks of themselves, doesn't think about anyone else, is out for themselves. You're outgrowing that pattern, by the way, of attracting people that are like that. But any kind of situation, whether it was terribly unpleasant or not, is going to reflect back to you things that you need to heal within yourself. So, focusing on improving yourself, on healing yourself, on assessing why did this situation or person trigger me, is going to help you get to the bottom of that. And I feel like that's what you've been doing, because we do have Seven of Swords showing up right here, but it's also right next to that Seven of Wands. Okay. Which is you in your own energy. This is one of my cards of meditation, especially in this deck. She's in her own bubble. She's focused on her own light, her own self, and she doesn't need external validation to prove that to her. So if someone has been doing something behind your back, or the energies are just in the water sign reading that we just did earlier, it talked about, sorry, I'm trying to give the channeled information while there's more channel coming through. Um, okay. So all of those frequencies, whether it's people, situations, your manifestations not coming to fruition, things that you've been focused on falling apart, those kinds of things, they're meant to shake you to the point where you begin to actually see things from this clear perspective, not what programming and the way you've always maybe seen people, more so for the potential that you can see in them rather than the truth of what is. Hi, Dallas. Um, there's a stark contrast over this past year that is revealing, people's truths. Their masks are falling, and I've been telling everyone, whoever is revealing themselves to you, especially within this energy of this year, trust what you're being shown. Don't try to repaint the colors. When they're showing their true colors, don't try to repaint them. This isn't watercolor class, baby. Okay. You can do it all you want, but it's not going to change the mess. They're just going to bleed together, and it's just going to be an ugly thing, and your energy is going to be impacted. So whoever is showing the truth of who they are behind the facade, trust that. Okay, don't try to give them the benefit of the doubt. Boundaries are important this year. Boundaries. And yeah, with that Seven of Wands, that is also a boundary card. Okay, this is you focused on your own light, but also you're placing those boundaries, you're holding those boundaries around your energetic body. Okay, so whoever's coming in with sneaky ass energy, or just, it doesn't have to be, again, people with the intention of being manipulative or sneaky or something like that. People work from their own lens of perception. And if they're very wounded, then that filter is going to be tainted. Okay. So I'm not going to go ahead and say that everybody has conscious bad intentions for you, because that's just not the truth. But if you can see that the path a person is walking is more detrimental to them and others around them, it's best not to invest your energy there, because imagine the return that you're going to get on that energy, especially if they're just siphoning it. Okay. So now is the time to patch up those energetic leaks, to put those boundaries up, to do your spiritual hygiene, cleanse your aura. And we have the Empress showing up in the reverse next to the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Um, Everyone has been getting things not moving forward. Something is backfiring. Opportunities are not fully coming to fruition. You feel like you've kind of hit a brick wall or a speed bump, like we talked about in the water sign reading. If you have any water sign placements, make sure you watch that video. And we did earth and air signs yesterday. So if you have those placements, make sure that you watch those videos. But the fact that nothing is going in your favor from your current perspective, or this could be your recent past perspective, take it how it resonates for you, but that can really make you feel deflated. It can take the wind out of your sails. It can take the hey Kara, that creation energy. It can just bring you from 100 down to 0 really quick if you let it, right? So don't get discouraged when things aren't moving forward in your favor, because redirections and protection. Okay. Those could be cosmic redirections or cosmic protection from your spirit team. Maybe this delay is necessary so you can continue to weed out the rest of your garden and then proceed forward without these weeds trying to screw it all up for you. Okay. Page of Pentacles in the reverse, just like the water signs got actually earlier today. This could be missed opportunities. This could be someone, presenting something to you in a way that is not truthful. Um, liar, liar, pants on fire. I just heard. So you could be dealing with someone who is manipulative, gaslighty, a liar, someone who is out for themselves, only wants to get their own way and not really worried about everyone else. And if they're consciously aware of that, then you know for sure to kick their ass out. Otherwise, it's best to distance yourself. Don't taint your own energy with that energy as much as possible. I know a lot of people have friends and family members that they really want to be there for them in their time of need, especially if they're going through something extremely difficult. And people who are traumatized or wounded in some way may not act in their highest form. Okay. We'll say it like that. So if you are sensing that somebody is lying to you, they definitely are. You need to act accordingly. You deserve better. Someone is wearing a mask. Okay. Um, Fears of not being accepted came out with that one. They could be masking up. They could be hiding who they truly are because they're worried about what people might think of them, how people might perceive them. And if you're not operating in the best light, then you don't really want people to see you that way, right? Especially if your ego is a little extra. Okay. So the point of all of these perceived negative experiences surfacing for you is so that you can come to the conclusion, hey, I deserve better than that. I deserve better than this person, better than this job, better than this situation, this relationship. And then act like you love yourself. Okay. So what would you do for a best friend who was being taken advantage of in a relationship, a job, a friendship, whatever? You would want to protect them. You would want to speak up for them or try to get through to them and show them the light of, hey, you shouldn't be tolerating this. You need to do something different. Do that for yourself. Okay. We have new love entering your life, and this relationship will last a long time. So something new is coming in, a new cycle, a new phase. This could be a romantic partner if you're into that kind of thing. But this is a new offer, a new phase, a new chapter that is going to fill you up, that's going to last a really long time. But it's also going to, I heard, and not in the negative way, it's like this person is your anchor. They keep you grounded. Okay. Not like anchored in the 3D in a negative way, but they're your grounding component. We have balance with chaos right here. Right underneath that relationship will last a long time. So they could help you balance during chaotic times. Maybe they come in right at the tail end of one of your healing cycles and they help you to see that sun, right? That light, And you did get the Sun card earlier, which is the card of Leo, happiest card in the deck too. So they could be your balance, your anchor, your grounding force. Um, if it's not a person, then it could be a situation, a job opportunity, anything like that that helps you feel like you're in your energy, you're grounded, you're focused, you're passionate, you're creating. This is the beginning stages of this new chapter that's going to last a really long time for you. And a lot of us, okay, a lot of us have been experiencing a lot of difficulty from day one, okay, from the jump, right out the womb. We've experienced difficulty, and it's taken a lot of time for us to focus on ourselves and heal ourselves. And that's how you find yourself on a spiritual path, is being sick and tired of being sick and tired, and actually doing something to improve yourself, to improve your circumstances. So you've done the work. You may have had, even if it was just a little blip where everything was really super difficult and you were facing a lot of triggers and traumas and such. Um, Here I am. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. My Wi-Fi said it had a snafu. I actually had the Wi-Fi guy come out and try to like run everything. He says everything's fine, so I don't know. Um, anyway, now is the time for you to step forward into this new abundant chapter where you're going to be feeling more fulfilled. You're going to feel more inspired. You're going to feel more optimistic because things start to go your way after such a long period of things not really going in your favor. Because you realize, with all these shitty circumstances that you've been experiencing or been overcoming, that you do deserve better. So when you decide that you deserve better is when everything starts to improve for you. Is it still frozen, Holly? And that's when this new love enters your life. Let me know. Okay, there we go. All right, thank you. Sorry about that. Internet, there's a storm that's happening right now, so it was an impromptu storm. It was not forecast. Um, we have on the bottom of the deck over here Spirit saying act. Okay, it's time to act. Spark that motherfucker. All right, it's time to go. Your fire signs, smoke that shit. Okay, it's time to act, but only, they're saying don't act on impulse. Okay, don't act on impulse. Act on inspiration. And that inspiration, the inspired action, comes from within. Okay, so wait until you're feeling inspired and then act. Funny, the card that actually came out right next to that one. Hi, Michelle. We have the Wizard with balance. Again, a card of balance. We had balance with chaos. Is you remaining balanced or balancing yourself amidst this chaos? Or, like I said, if you have a new partner coming in, whether that's a partner in love, romance, or same thing, love and romance, work, someone to collaborate with, a friend, whatever it is for you. Um, they're here to help balance you. They're that counterbalance. Um, so we have, I just thought they were cute because both of them are holding a joint. So we have Spirit with act, and then we have the Wizard card with balance. Act from a balanced place. Okay, that's where that inspired action comes in, is when you're acting from a space of balance, not of chasing or running away from, but everything in balance. Because whenever you are moving forward unbothered by everything that's going on around you, and you just know that you attract the circumstances that you need, or the tools that you need, the opportunities that you need, they start to gravitate to you. You become the magnet and they gravitate to you. So this is you standing in that, owning that, and removing all of those limiting beliefs that keep you from actually flowing towards your purpose, flowing towards the things that you want. Um, We have Thrive Variety here with Tolerance. This is more of a thriving card for me because we have that Spirit card with Act and the Wizard card with Balance. You are the magic. You are the one orchestrating all of this. And you are orchestrating a phase where you are thriving, whether you are currently or you're about to step into that. This is a period of thriving because the Sun card already said so. Okay. The Sun card already told you. Okay. Card of Leo, it's coming. It's here. You just have to act like it is. Oh, honey, we're not doing individual readings today. We're doing fire signs right now. So stick around and see if any of this resonates for you. And I actually was thinking about doing an impromptu reading tomorrow, like individual readings for people tomorrow for tips. So if you are interested, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and it'll let you know whenever I'm going live. And I do individual readings live. So just let me know. Let's see. Bounteous is on the bottom of the deck right here. Generously given, relationships, and coming together. So, and this actually might be the answer to your question, Michelle. Bounteous, relationships coming together, things coming together. This is celebration energy. This is thriving energy. This is abundance. This is having that overflow. Whether that's with a person or not, it could be projects coming together. It could be opportunities coming together and being presented to you. So set your sights on thriving, set your energy and your focus there. Okay. Even if your external circumstances right now don't reflect that you're thriving, act like you are. Own that energy, embody that energy, because when you're thriving here, you're thriving here because the external world is your mirror. So, and we have the glamour energy card also next to that thriving card. So I don't know if you've been doing glamour spells, but if you feel like you want to do a glamour spell, do the damn glamour spell, baby. Especially if you are in the public spotlight. Okay. This could also be so that you can attract more clientele. This could be so that you can attract the right friends, the right people. Just, encode your energy signature with thriving in a way that gravitates only higher frequencies to you. So situations, people, all the things. You definitely can program that into your aura. So keep that in mind. I don't know why. Yeah, glam spells, glamour energy. It makes sense. But this is you. It's like that Nine of Pentacles energy. You thriving, being, graceful in your energy and owning the fact that you are thriving, whether you believe it yet or not. Keep acting like it, because the more you do that, the more you act like it, the more you're going to believe it for yourself. Okay, I was just considering some information that came through. The ripple effect, part of something bigger, and the details are taken care of. So your energy ripples out. The signal that you send out is your emotions and the thoughts that you're thinking at any given moment. That energy ripples out. That's what tells the universe what to send you next, what to manifest for you next. So keeping an eye on your trajectory and your emotions right now. Emotions, okay, I know you fire signs have big emotions. I own a couple of them. I have a Sagittarius daughter and a Leo son, okay? So I know all about the big emotions that come with fire signs. Other sign, moon signs and everything come into play, but yeah, they're loud regardless. So if you catch yourself going off into a perceived negative emotion with regard to something that you're experiencing in your life right now, I want you to stop and sit with that for a minute and ask yourself why you're feeling so strongly. See, that fly just came in to bug me. Why you're feeling so strongly about this. What is this triggering for you? It could be bombarding you, bothering you, flying around you constantly. That just came out of nowhere, I swear. But don't be so distracted from the why you're being triggered and what can I learn from this? What's coming up for me? How can I bring this back into balance? Because we have, you know, those two balance cards that talk about balancing. So balance those emotions, balance those thoughts, reprogram the thoughts as they come up. Because if you continuously think thoughts that are going to piss you off, and then you choose to think them over and over again, entertain them over and over and over again, you're programming yourself to think those thoughts and then to have that emotional reaction. So it kind of has that snowball effect. So stop yourself right when you first start to recognize it, and then ask yourself, what would help me to feel better in this moment? How can I navigate this emotion in a healthy way for myself and focus on something much better? Okay. But first, we experience the emotion, we express the emotion, we let it go, and then we bring something in that's better. That's how you reprogram. You don't reprogram by stuffing the emotion down. Shut up, get out of here. Here, let's bring in a good one, a good feeling one. Let's just bring that in and shut up, get over there. That's not going to work. It's still going to be in your energy. Okay. So what we want to do is entertain the emotion momentarily, feel it, express it in a healthy way that doesn't hurt yourself or others, and then bring in something else. So, okay, I'm done with that one. I gave it the attention it needed. I gave it the energy that it needed. I expressed it. It was able to express itself physically through me. So now we're going to go ahead and bring something new in. This is what we're going to focus on now. And that helps you to get your mind focused on the better that's coming in instead of dwelling on the shitty stuff that's already exiting. Okay. Let it rain, allowing what is, inevitability, and trust. That just kind of reiterates what I just said. Let those emotions flow. Okay. Water is sadness. It could be grief. It could be happiness. It could be whatever, because we cry for different reasons. I know when I get frustrated, like beyond beyond frustrated, I will cry just because I'm frustrated. So you can experience those emotions in many different ways. Um, Allow them to flow, allow them to move through you, and accept the truth of what is currently just in this moment. Accept it, express it, get it out of your system, and then now you can replace it with something else that's coming in. Trust that what's coming in is even better than what's leaving. Okay. The healing lagoon: rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal, and it's safe to stop. So, this is part of the healing process. You must give those emotions the air that they need to breathe. Okay. And you need to sit with yourself and be graceful and nurturing of yourself while you are experiencing these, because you want to treat yourself like you would your best friend if they were going through some difficult shit. Okay. Thank you, showing up here with gratitude, appreciating what's sustaining you. So, finding everything you possibly can to be grateful for in your current circumstances. This does not mean bypassing all of the shitty things that are happening for you. This means, give them the airtime, give them the attention that they need, and then refocus on gratitude, on trust, on knowing that you're having such a shitty time right now because you are purging that energy. That's why it's got airtime right now in your life. You're purging that energy so you can let it go and you can replace it with something better. Oh, right under these cards, we have gateway with vision and healing underneath that healing lagoon, and the thank you card. So walking through the gateway of your heart space, that golden heart space, gold, money, abundance. And abundance isn't just money, but it's an overflow. Just like I talked about in the beginning, where this next chapter that you're moving into, where you got the sun card as your outcome card, that's right here. That's being fulfilled in the heart space. Okay. And being able to be grateful for the things that you can perceive for yourself that may not already have manifest for you. Like, I want to have the perfect relationship. I want to have financial freedom, all of the different things. If you can hold that vision and then anchor it into your heart space, and then use that solar plexus energy, that confidence, that fire. Okay. That's the manifestation juices. And with that creativity, with your sacral, it's popping. So allow yourself to have this time to heal, to be able to be still and allow these emotions to pass through you. Observe the thoughts that come through. That's what meditation is anyway. It's not trying to change the thoughts. It's not trying to get them out of the way. It's being present, seeing them, observing them without judgment, and then letting them go. So practice meditation on a daily basis. And that's funny because it brings us right up to cloud meditation, which is our next card. Meditation. That's going to help you whenever you start feeling like you're getting too much fire, right? Whenever you're popping off with all those emotions that are hitting you right in the fire chakra. You got to take the time to chill, okay, to balance, to breathe through those emotions, to sit with them. You can't just be on the go, 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 go all the time. I know your fire signs, but you can't just be going after it, going after it, and going after it. You need to take the time to rest, to pause, and to observe what's going on within you and within your external circumstances, because those are the mirror. As within, so without. Okay. So make sure that you are focused on yourself, on balancing yourself, on bringing yourself into that state of calm so that you can see things more clearly, because you might miss opportunities. You might, gloss over details that would be helpful for you, beneficial for you to collect as you move forward, so that you don't have to rehash out all of these lessons. That's how we keep going around the spiral instead of spiral around and then meet it and then go up to something else, or come back around to the same thing in a different form, or whatever. Sometimes people will just run around in circles instead of spiraling up, and that's how we do it. That's how we get stuck in that stagnant period, is going around in circles, because we're too busy trying to move past whatever it is that's trying to get our attention, trying to get it out of the way so we don't have to focus on that. We'll just love and light it, love and light it. I love you because you're part of my past. Now get out of here. That's not how it works. You're not going to integrate it. You're not going to learn the lesson. You're not going to absorb everything if you're constantly trying to run from it. Okay. No more running. We stop. We stay present with whatever it is that's coming up for us. Give it the proper attention that it needs and deserves, because that's a fragment of you. And if you don't think you're worth your own time, how can you expect anyone else to think that you're worth their time? Okay. So again, balance. Think before you step. Okay. Think before you leap. Yes, there are abundant opportunities that are coming in for you, but you also have to make sure that you're shedding the things that no longer serve you. And the only way that you're going to be able to let them go for good is if you bring conscious awareness to them and give them the airtime that they need before you show them the door. Okay. So things may not be exactly going in your favor just yet. They are about to, but you have to entertain them, give them the proper, all of these shadows, the proper energy and time that they need before they're going to stop bugging you. And that's just how it is, that energy is going to continue to permeate within your etheric field until you cycle through it. And you can't cycle through it properly unless you actually give it the time, focus, and attention that it needs. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Not quite as long as the water sign reading. That one went extra long, but I am so grateful that you guys showed up for me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you so much. And I will announce what we're going to do tomorrow, because I did promise Monday through Thursday. I have been playing with the idea of doing individual readings for tips, one card for free. So yeah, I will let you guys know for sure what's going on tomorrow, and I will have that posted. So thank you guys so much. I love you, and I will